We'll see. I'll see what I can get. Hopefully I get a skill point for this, because I'm out of this quest.
That's the Albus banner flying over those doors.
That... second ever time. This hopefully we get another CP out of this. It's not guaranteed.
There's no time for the subtle way. Let's go. They locked the gate.
Time
we'll
for
have to
some
find
fun.
another way through.
There's an executioner. They blame us for Caecilius' death. We don't know who that is.
Why keep you alive? I refuse to leave these prisoners.
Enemies of Albus!
Jailers. There's shockingly not much in these containers. Yeah, there isn't as much as I expected.
We stand together. You fall. Control the execution chamber. Your interferences go too far. We will not be separated. We outlive your welcome.
this account's not prepared for yet to do the market sacrifices personally.
Laggards! Enemies of peace!
Stuff in the guild
Reprobates!
chat.
I do this for Caesilius!
They locked the next door. Hope you don't mind taking a plunge.
Crabs.
Feel that? We're being magically surveilled.
Magically surveilled, huh?
This is your fault!
Queuing around normal, that's also shared responsibility of wanting to do Exiled Redoubt and
Let's
Lipsapalooza.
separate. You find out
Wanting
when
to
it's
do
done.
the new dungeons. If they didn't want to do the new dungeons, this new dungeon would never show up. Or this dungeon would.
Still their traitorous hearts.
Well, if this dungeon was also never created, that would be another way. The dungeon was created. That's the other way, the other factor that factors in. That the dungeon was created.
Vander Allen. I should have guessed that was your magic.
Ready ablaze!
You think you can stop me? You haven't succeeded in this life. The war for your precious empire.
Surround
Kill
them!
innocent.
That's not the only one. The failed battlegrounds.
Even going along with Cato's plan.
That happened a lot. The second that stopped, we won. Like when the battlegrounds teammates in the next battleground stop speaking that's when we won. They start speaking English and Spanish.
I am better than you!
And those guys are just bad.
By the Black Wind, I command you!
Prime Sorcerer Vandal Lawrence caused crazy hell tonight.
I will stamp you out!
Lead the spiders to their doom.
Exiled Redoubt with Lucilla's pauldrons, huh?
Mission Vander Allen mentioned. Generals from each alliance went to peace talks, convinced it was a trap. They killed everyone. Caecilius must have been there.
Caecilius, Vandalord and Caecilius. I'm trying to loot these containers, but it's proving to be harder than I thought.
That power. It feels like a monsoon. What magic is Kato gathering in there?
No idea. Oh, actually, I have an idea.
It's
So,
over! Stop
I
this
will not
madness!
rest until
yeah,
the
the
Alliance
storm
armies
action.
burn!
I don't know why I said no idea. I did this dungeon before.
I'll work on Rachel. You take care of the astronauts.
Yeah. Okay, there was something like we had to do.
Very cluttered.
We had to do. Orb.
Get rid of that frost orb. Nearly there. Take out the
Yes.
fire orb.
It's hard because they don't
Finally, the war's down. I'm going after Kato.
going after Kato. Where is?
I'm sorry about your son, Kato, but I can't let you kill anyone else.
Come on. Where is? Why is it bugged? I'm looting anything I can. She won't freaking talk to me, man. She still won't talk to me. I'm gonna have to abandon this quest. It didn't work. No, she's just bugged. Yep, she's not gonna talk. Oh yeah. Yep. Yep. It is terrible. Yes, indeed it is. But I can't really. I'll be lucky my taunt. Of course that goes. And even with that loading of the failure of the add-ons, it still doesn't. Okay, I got a blueprint. It's a green blueprint, so I'm not sure how much it's worth, but it might be worth checking. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, and I'm. I think I just have to abandon the quest, because it's seriously. No, I got removed from the area. No. I couldn't get her to respond before.
I think it's this update or something.
Yep.
The more I steal from a bank, the more as in, yes,
I could do that on a good character. I'm just not gonna, like, on Redfield. Alright. Let's use outfit. This doesn't look like the sort of thing Sheva would wear, but whatever. Alright, I need to abandon
Yes? And the kin lady is currently engaged. She's holding a conference with Shimmerine's elite. Yes.
Okay. Kin Lady Ebenese's garden.
We all have concerns regarding the Queen's decree. I assure you that I am working with all Dark Takala to safeguard the sanctity of Shimmerine and all of Somerset. Enjoy the food and drink. Business of the city requires my attention, but I shall rejoin you shortly.
How bold of you. The Neberard dares to stand in my holy presence. Very well, bold Neberard. What can the new Alldark of Shimmerine do for you? And please, try not to bore me or spray any spittle on my spotless vestments. You heard that somewhere, did you? I'll have to have a discussion with the Divine Prosecution about how lax our security has become. No, I jest. The kin lady and I have nothing but the best interests of Somerset and the newcomers in mind.
Is that why you're sequestering newcomers and other non-high elves beneath the monastery?
You really are well informed about things here in Shimmerine, aren't you? For a Neberah. You're right, where are my manners? Using a word you couldn't possibly be expected to understand. It means unwelcome. As in, you are not welcome here.
Welcome here.
That's a serious accusation to toss around so casually. What did you say your name was? I suddenly remembered some business I need to deal with as well.
Alright. It is a serious accusation, but it's an accusation I have proof of.
How dare you barge into my home without so much as a by your leave? No, I refuse to deal with one of the Queen's guests, especially not in my own home. How did you get in here, by the way? No, never mind that. Since you found your way in, I assume you can find your way back out. Before I go. Such innocence. You really want to know why I oppose the Queen's order to allow newcomers to enter Somerset? Because I'm trying to protect both the island and the newcomers. It's an... Alldark Tilkala came highly recommended. He has grand plans for protecting Shimmerine. Grand plans. Unfortunately, in my haste to deal with the Queen's decree, Not that it's any concern of yours, but my Chancellor has been unable to verify the Alldark's existence prior to when we met. And I recommended him for the position at the monastery. I assure you, that's preposterous. Alldark Takala sequesters the newcomers to ascertain their suitability for life in Somerset. Those who pass will find a place here. As for the...
My lady, one of the monks said to deliver this message. It's from the Alldark himself.
The Coral Forest. An odd location for a meeting, but I need to hear the Alldark's explanation.
I probably actually did more than that, but that's because I sold 10 dreg wax and 20 tempering alloy, because apparently they can never get enough of that substance, no matter how much it costs them.
Psst. Pretend you are adjusting your boot or admiring the architecture. As hard as it may be, look anywhere. Raz thinks Avanis is as naive as she is complicit, but she is not a murderer. This new Alldark, though, has so much blood on his hands, it looks like he's wearing red gloves. From what I could discover, he didn't exist before he came to Shimmerine. The Coral Forest. A strange meeting place.
I'm glad I found you. While watching the King Lady's mansion, I saw her ladyship sneak out the back and leave the city.
The King Lady is meeting the Alldark in the Coral Forest. Raz smells something, and it isn't moon sugar biscuits.
Your reputation precedes you, Eye of the Queen. I am Valserine of the Sijic Order, and I agree that the Aldark is more than a simple monk.
We should work together, yes? But let's travel separately to avoid attracting unwanted attention. Raz will find you both at the Coral Forest.
Okay, let's get over there. The direct way. Hopefully. Alright, those are done. CB 800, huh? Well, I have that, so I could join them, except they are not English speaking, but I can understand some of what they're saying since German is not as scrambled as it appears to a newcomer.
One of Somerset's more unique environments, the Coral Forest. I used to love coming here when I was growing up. We need to find out why the Aldark asked King Lady Avanice to meet him out here. Based on what we saw in the monastery's undercroft, I'm hesitant to use...
Hesitant to use magic, huh? Shots.
You know nothing of the plan, you fool. Let me give you a taste of what Prince says. Come, Nebara! Let me show you the power bestowed upon me by the Prince of Yagra. Destroy these fools!
Yeah, all done. Still collar. Full of it.
Razumgar apprehended the Kin Lady. They're at the west edge of the Coral Forest. What happened to Aldark Tilkalar? Did he... I think we can conclude that Tilkalar wasn't actually an Aldark. At least, not with his connection to the Prince of Bargain's Clavicus Vial. Strange magic. You'd be surprised what a particular object can reveal if you know how to unlock its secrets. I need to return. The Right Master leads the city. One more adjustment and there. You are now attuned. Find me on Artaeum after you finish with the Eye of the Queen.
She can attune us. Didn't know Sheva could be attuned. I learn something new every day.
Ah, Five Claw. Queen Irene will be disappointed that the King Lady of Shimmerine allowed a false Aldark to murder so many newcomers. Such a scandal. The Prince of Bargains. That could only be Clavicus Vile. What oblivion-inspired nest of vipers has Raz stumbled into? This one has a very bad feeling about all of this. The Sijic Order's interest in all of this concerns Razumdar.
The Aldark and
Then you must go to our...
Oh, so Avanice is here, huh?
Have you come to gloat? To kick me while I wallow in my own misery?
To wallow in your
Well,
misery,
go ahead.
but I deserve it.
I met him at Kinlord Millenthal's party in Eleanor. We had similar ideas about the Queen's decree, and I recommended that he lead the monastery. Somerset isn't a stew pot, and the various races aren't ingredients to be sprinkled in like so much spice. What a hateful accusation! Tilcala told me he was going to send them back where they came from. I had no idea he planned to kill them. I give you my word. I just wanted the newcomers to go away. And to find out he worshipped Daedra? How crude. I certainly hope not. We'll have to get the Divine Prosecution in there to gather up the monks Tilcala brought with him to Shimmerine. We can't have Daedric cultists desecrating a holy site. I suppose.
Okay, I think I'm gonna use this Way Shrine because I want this quest done with haste. But yeah. Talking to a fraudulent old arc.
And there was no sign of Lathan. I don't know whether...
What a rare honor Valcerin bestowed upon you. Only a select few not of our order have ever walked upon. Unfortunate, certainly. The magic you describe sounds familiar, though I can't quite recall where I've... Sothasil, one of the living gods of the Dark Elf Tribunal. He's an honor... Indeed, but not... The next step involves a thorough examination of the strange... We are the... While I head inside...
Well, there we go. And we're gonna continue this later, because I could tell you this is a long quest about the Pearl and all of that. There we go.